You waiting and you kick the door in. Display me on the butcher cooking on the floor, man. Been so long since I heard preaching, tune up with the organ. This is inventory that been missing from the store, man. Everything I lost 100-fold is from the influential cats, ain't so cowardly. Older stories I could tell, older gossip I could spill. Careful who you look up to, chances is that they not real. Maybe you can see that too, maybe all your heroes fall. Maybe I'm too jaded for this, maybe we just look to God. Find that I'm a servant, I'm a slave sitting on the throne. The king stay forever, never on a quick and long. We off that Dan Gilbert plantation. It's hard to read the letter like fans killing Fantasia. I'm living like I finally found a place for my two. Sing those lyrics louder. They say you so charismatic, obvious that you missing something. I say they so academic, they form a godliness is missing something. This is when it's music, yeah. This is like Azusa, yeah. Told the people this so change you, this is how you prove it, yeah. I wanna tell the truth like Dave Chappelle. I wanna tell the truth I was made to tell. I wanna tell stories like Dr. Luke, see the shadow pass, and it made you well. They say this a different time, vacation like mission work. You can raise support, go overseas, get a brown skin baby, take a pic and smile. See Simon teach it, Simon, what's the real versus sorcery? I tell you what is written, we stay clear of those forgeries. We baptized in that fire, don't tell me all. Putting gold on my walls like a mineshaft. Let it touch my mind like a dime bag, yeah. I walk you through these rhymes like a line dance. One of one design like it's Minecraft. Mood is a crescent moon. The room is better as confession booth. They text you. I remember asking the Lord if he could carry me. I remember sentiment and I remember charity. Now I hope these dry bones can live before they bury me. You don't want no warning. Honestly, it's probably too late. Never thought you'd see me like this, baby. Maybe I've been running away. That's that power when you can't move. Power when you empty. Power at your weakest moment. Power when they tempt you. That power when it's complex and power when it's simple. The power when it's fake to you. And power when it's real, yeah.
I got enough issues. I don't need trust issues.
And that's the type of faith that doesn't contradict, yeah. Ask myself if my conversion is nostalgia. Was I ever as sure as I sounded singing first things first? Was that really just my melancholy? I say it wasn't, it was worship when I tell my story. My old journal's like a different language. I was trying to find my voice while my heart was changing. That made me look back at all my old songs with a smile, trying to put away the childish things.
Room full of strangers, energy off, yeah. I can feel the anger behind the Bacardi and smiles. There is danger. Liquor poured over the bud, yeah, that'll change ya. Flowers bloom with the weeds here. Can't see the forest for the trees here. Smoke covered emotion.
Still love y'all. I say this with a tear in my eye. Some people were just destined to die. For so long I witnessed the wolf scattered a whole flock. Sold my soapbox surrounded by broke clocks. Let's watch the good shepherd throw rocks to gather the whole.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's B+. I want to thank you for checking out this album review. It's definitely been a long time coming. I've been really wanting to do an album recap video in this style for a while now, but it's finally here. Special shout out to my wife for helping me out with getting this all set up. I am living in Dallas now, but being an Ohio boy, I definitely had to start out with Taelor Gray and his brand new project, The Love Don't Last Long. I believe it came out on May 11th, 2018 this year. But before I get into my my album recap here, I want to explain just kind of how and why I chose this format. I chose it because this is how I pretty much listen to an album. After about a week, I start to pick out like my favorite lyrics, my favorite beats, my favorite tracks, and then I've always been intrigued with why and how artists use the features on their album. So I kind of go through and I do that, and I share it with different friends of mine, and we talk about it and things like that. But I always want to put together in a video. So without further ado, here we go with Taylor Gray's The Love Don't Last Long. So I picked out these 5 lyrics. They don't necessarily go in order from 5 to 1. But I really enjoyed number 5, the lyrics from Giving Up, because I grew up in a traditional black church, but I ended up spending about 4 years or so working for and going to a more contemporary style church, and I definitely missed the organ. I missed the organ backing up the preacher as he delivered the word. So that line was pretty clever, made me laugh. Number 4, I just mentioned that I worked at a church, and I spent my entire life working in and around churches, so the stories and the gossip that you hear, you can probably go on for days about that. The number 3 line I had on there about the Quicken Loan line in Atlanta. Of course, I mean, I like that because he's talking about Bron, and I'm definitely a Bron fan, so that was really clever. I like the way he did that. And then the last 2 lines that I like were from HGP, I believe that's Holy Ghost Power. Just the charismatic versus the academic. I like that. And then also the Simon line, that was just dope. I mean, you might have to read your Bible to understand that one, but that's a dope line right there. So all right, moving on to the beats. A lot of good beats from top to bottom on this album, from beginning to end. These are just the 4 that kind of jumped out to me. I liked them all for different reasons. I believe Atlanta and Mystery Clones were both made by Christian Grey. Could be wrong. No Warning was by Weatherman, and Keep Dreaming was by Swoop. Like I said, there's really not a bad beat on this project. So I hope you guys definitely check out and let me know which ones you liked. All right, now for my top 3 tracks that I liked on this album. HGP, I like that just because his delivery, his cadence, everything about that song, the first verse, I mean, Taylor just killed it. So that's one of my favorites. I like No Warning just because of, like, I believe like the content and the beat, they just matched perfectly. And just talking about a man's identity and just being vulnerable, and it was almost just kind of sounded like a confessional. And like I said, it was just a perfect match between the beat and the content of that song. And then probably my favorite track, Say Goodbye. I mean, it's the Elevationist. So what can you not like about that? When I saw he came out with the project and I saw Christian Gray's brother was on the track, that's the first song I listened to. So definitely my favorite track on the album. And kind of speaking of that, that was my favorite feature on the album. But he had to have his brother on there. They've made so much great music over the years. So that was my first favorite feature. My honorable mention, Dre Murray. The reason why I like that, the reason why I connected with that so much is because Dre Murray's Hell Paradise is like my favorite, or one of my favorite mixtapes. This is going back about, 5-6 years ago. But Dre Murray definitely tapped into that Hell's Paradise type flow on there. Really enjoyed that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this album recap, and please make sure you check out Taylor Gray's The Love Don't Last Long on all musical platforms. I believe it's on, I know it's on Spotify, Apple Music, and probably wherever else you stream your music. So definitely go check out and support this guy. All the videos that I use in this recap will all be linked in the description below, as well as links to his website, links to where you can listen to his music. So once again, thank you guys for checking out this album review, and until next time, peace in and confusion out.